Good morning from Tampa. We're just outside Raymond James Stadium, the host site of Super Bowl 55 between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Not a lot of activity happening out here at the stadium. Most of the activity is happening near the downtown convention area. Now, this is the waterfront area where most of the activity is happening. Of course, as you expect, there are many Buccaneer fans. But when we flew down from Kansas City yesterday to Tampa, we came down with hundreds of Chiefs fans. So we know that they are here. We actually ran into a couple of them. They've been making plans ever since the Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year in Miami to come here to Tampa.
I booked my flight as soon as the schedule opened up for Southwest, so I booked my flight down here. I had faith.
Buccaneer fans are treating us well, and we're treating them well. COVID had a different story for us, but we're doing the best.
The activity will be picking up this weekend. Miley Cyrus is expected to hold a concert for the healthcare workers who are attending the Super Bowl. Reporting from Tampa, I'm Len Jennings for KMBC 9 News.
And some people are calling Mahomes versus Brady one of the greatest quarterback matchups in Super Bowl history. It's even earned the nickname the Kid versus the GOAT. They've split their 4 games against each other. The Chiefs beat Tampa in November, but Kansas City lost to Brady while he was with the Patriots in the 2019 playoffs. Mahomes says his only goal is a second Super Bowl.
I'm just going to try to prepare myself the best way possible to have answers for every coverage that they can throw our way and try to get the ball to all these playmakers I have around me.
Win or lose, you just got to lay it all on the line. I think it's a great game to play in because everyone's watching. It's a tough game to lose. Let me say that.
Back in 2019, after Brady led the Patriots to a win over the Chiefs, he saw Patrick Mahomes out in the Chiefs locker room, and he let him know that this would be the first of many big games for him. And we are working to see if Chiefs assistant coach Britt Reed, son of head coach Andy Reid, will be at the game. Britt Reed was involved in a multi-vehicle crash Thursday night that left 2 small children hurt. His Ram pickup hit another car that was out of gas along the ramp from Stadium Drive to southbound 435, and that car hit yet another vehicle. A 5-year-old child was critically hurt. A 4-year-old was also hurt, but is expected to be okay. No arrests have been made. Police tell us driver impairment is now under investigation. Well, frontline healthcare workers from Kansas City will be at the game in Tampa Sunday night. KMBC 9's Brian Johnson introduces us to another deserving Chiefs fan.
After months on the front lines of the pandemic,
this is for you.
Healthcare workers get the ultimate celebration.
My first official job is to cheer really, really loudly and make sure that it sounds like there is a stadium absolutely packed full of Chiefs fans.
Rachel Leesman started up COVID-19 testing when the pandemic shut everything down. It's huge to represent her team at the University of Kansas Health System.
It's a little overwhelming too, but I'm very excited.
We together moved through this so well, and that team of doctors and nurses and techs and everybody who is involved all have something to do.
I've got one under.
Respiratory therapist John Sork is also going. He says fighting COVID-19 has been a team effort.
I feel so blessed and so honored and so tired, I guess, and to have that release of, oh wow.
The Super Bowl brings with it a sense of normalcy.
I'm still processing it. I'm just going to be honest. I'm still processing.
Dr. Chris Brown says this is the first year he's not been able to attend a Chiefs game, but now he is.
It's mind-blowing. You know, the second year in a row we're there. Hopefully we can go another year, maybe a couple more.
Brian Johnson, KMBC 9 News.
Now, half of the medical team is flying to Tampa today. The other half will fly in Sunday and return on the same day. The lucky fans that will be watching the game in person will get PPE, all thanks to the NFL. The league is giving out take-home kits, plus has already donated 7,500 tickets to healthcare workers. Chiefs fans have been hoping to run it back all season long. KMBC 9's Bianca Beltran has more on the psychology behind a win.
Whether it's a lucky outfit,
Every game day, it's all pretty much the same. Yeah, can't shake it up.
or an unlucky friend,
This is Bad Luck Chuck checking in. As you can see, I'm still in my home. I'm nowhere near the stadium.
Chiefs fans are not taking any chances with their game day rituals and superstitions.
We have this magical belief that something that we do, we put significance to a turn in the game afterwards.
Clinical psychologist Dr. Greg Nawalanik says this magical thinking is okay in moderation.
There's no harm in wearing the same jersey. obviously let's wash it at the end of the season. But let's just make sure we're not taking this to a pathological level where we're getting in fights with people.
The climb towards Super Bowl victory brings a sense of unity among fans. For many, it's about tradition, memories. Sports can lift people up, especially after a tough year.
A lot of people have lost loved ones as a result of the pandemic, and I think it's important to keep that in mind, that at the start of the game, there's going to be a lot of emotion involved. And I think that it's a lot of it's excitement, but if the game starts going south, a lot of those negative emotions that we're kind of putting aside while we're excited and focused on the game, they're going to come in a real way. And I think we need to be prepared for that.
It's like in life, he says.
We're not going to win every battle we have. We're not going to win every game, but let's look at how far we make it and realize that there's another day.
In Kansas City, Missouri, Bianca Beltran, KMBC 9 News.